So I'm writing this piece for the LA Phil now. On that concert, they're going to play Hilary Hahn Sibelius Concerto right after mine.
Okay.
Most people there, they're going to be there for the Hilary Hahn. They're not going to be there for the Haddad. I guarantee you that. After the intermission, they're doing some excerpts from Tchaikovsky, Swan Lake.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a scene.
Yeah.
And then my piece introduces that scene.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea is, what if I took the triad, right, and I somehow make this oral argument that you could have a triad with the third being a neutral third instead of a major third or a minor third. So in other words, the if it's a C chord, the E is like between E flat and E natural. If you make this into a scale, you get the Rast Makam, which is one of these Arab modes with these microtonal pitches. So my idea is like, how could I get that third like throughout the piece? Every time you get a triad like this, you that third is always detuned in some way, and you can be detuned by having the horns playing 7th and 11th partials. You can get certain fingerings in the winds. There's all sorts of ways you can do it in a very idiomatic way in the orchestra. So by the time you get to the end of the piece, then you get to the Sibelius, like, oh shit, the Sibelius is out of tune.
I'm curious, what did the conductor, when you, for example, pitched the idea to this conductor, what were some of the back and forth that you guys were talking about?
He was super excited about the idea of having, because I played him some stuff on Sibelius actually, because I said, okay, here are the chords. And he liked the chords. He was saying that one thing that he thinks that the Sibelius needs, because he was concerned about the Sibelius, making sure that it has an entrance, which I agree with. He's saying, oh, it needs a lot of space. And he just left that open to me, what that means. Because that opening of the Sibelius Violin Concerto, it's just this tremolo that's just very soft. And then you get the violin coming in, and it's a very subdued, and you don't want this like ruckus thing in the beginning, like this danse macabre type of thing. And I feel like he noted to me, oh, you should listen to the Bruckner Adagio for string quintet, which he said, oh, well, this would be a perfect kind of opener for Sibelius. But the harmonic vocabulary that I just outlined there, I mean, he was excited about that.
That's
because
really
especially if you make a big open voicing, you have an octave, fifth, and then you get to the fifth partial, you think it's going to be minus 14 cent. Fifth partial of the harmonic series of no, it's like minus 31 cents or even minus 50 cents. For those of you out there that are into the harmonic series and stuff, it's like, whoa, that's like a big deal. You get to the fifth partial, you don't get the sixth tone down. You get this minus 31 cent or minus 50 cent pitch. It's kind of jarring. But for me, it's like, okay, how do I convince the audience that it's part of this other language that doesn't come from this sensibility? So this is the kind of stuff I think about. But I might get 1/3 of the way through the piece and be like, you know what? The piece is not about that. It's about something else. So that scares me, because sitting here talking about it, I'm excited about the idea. But if I get through the piece, I write 2, 3, 4 minutes of it, I'm like, maybe I'm not convinced that this could work. If it doesn't convince me, I'm not going to convince an audience.